Welcome to the Create with Katrina Julia show by Fit Life Creation, where we talk all the things on wellness, faith, marketing, business, and travel to create a life and business you love. I've been there, friend. I've walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and bondage to freedom, along with transformation in every area of my life. I'm right here with you, walking along on my own path to creating. So tune in so that you learn how to create a life and business you love, hands-on. Let's create it. 7 minutes or less to create it, and a preview of how I created it today. So first, I had a slower morning after the last couple days being busier. I did some prayer, meditation, listened to some financial videos and coaching by Amanda Francis, also listened to some wisdom on being a queen and relationships from R.C. Blake's, and then ended up journaling, outlining my day, and then getting ready. And I found on one platform, on Brain Trust, a opportunity for Pinterest and experience B2B work, over 6-figure contract per year. Submitted to that. It took about less than 10 minutes because I already have a pre-set up process and template, and super easy for me to submit on Brain Trust. Then I had already saved a travel accelerator that I wanted to submit to that involves about 2 weeks in Amsterdam, then a remote work, and then a closing in Barcelona. It also involves $100,000 and a program cost. So I submitted to that. That took about 20 to 30 minutes because parts of it I already had done, and I already had the pitch deck done. But they did have some additional questions that were specific to that opportunity. And so about half an hour at that point. Then one other contest that I came across that with a travel blogger and fellow entrepreneur a couple weeks ago, and I love her, she's amazing, is at Pax Light, Gabby. She provides so much value. She constantly shares PTOs, which are called She Coins, paid travel opportunities. So not the typical PTO you think of taking time off. It's actually the opposite, flying away and being paid to travel and paid travel ops. And I found numerous via her platform, like National Geographic and several others that I have in process for our retreats, for places I want to travel or other travel opportunities I want to align to. And she just launched her first paid travel opportunity with her company and partners for $5,000 as a travel redo grant that basically is aligned to study abroad, because when she was in high school into college, she found over $40,000 of paid travel opportunities, and it allowed her to travel while she was in school. I think getting her engineering degree. So now literally her whole life, she's paying it forward in every single way. But in this travel redo grant, it's specifically centered around giving you a chance to redo if you never had a study abroad program in high school and or in college. So I had already saved it. I already looked at it. I'd already gone through the quiz to make sure I was eligible with what I wanted to do. And then today I focused on the application. It took about 20 minutes. And again, I was already clear and had intention and focus behind it. So it was already I was already in the flow and in the mindset. And then I had already outlined what I wanted the 90 second or less video that we get to submit with the opportunity. So I'd already had it outlined in my mind and written it down. So then I just needed to do the screencast, the recording of the segments of her website, of my website, and then record some face-to-face videos. You can see the example on my Instagram, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, it's already there. So that between the application and doing the video and the video edits took about an hour. So that took longer than I thought. The edits for the video took longer. because I was planning today to be part of my Women Entrepreneur Network that I usually attend at least 2 Wednesdays out of the month for tips, for the tip meetings, and also for offer showcase where we get to share an offer every single week when we get on live. But then I chose to stay focused on the day that I was having and to get certain things done. And part of that membership, I get to also share my offers on their platform, as far as on their Facebook group and on their Hop-In community. Type it out on certain days. So I chose instead to prioritize finishing, the Pinterest application, the travel accelerator, and then finishing the travel video submission, even though it's not due until Friday, the deadline. But I didn't want to alter my flow and alter my energy and my focus. So I finished it. And then the other thing that I had also in mind is I wanted to film 3 videos. And so this is my last video that I'm filming. So less than 7 minutes to create it. We're at minute 5 right now. And the videos that I filmed was a $2 million day, literally, how I submitted a $1.8 million proposal for ongoing work in about less than 3 hours, and had several other 6-figure proposals submitted that same day. So I dive deep into that video on that and just how mind-blowing that all of it is, no matter what happens. I'm so grateful. Then I filmed a video on Now That's a Pitch. And so the videos are going to be on my YouTube channel. They're repurposed with AI and automation across different channels. They will also be shared in different clips or segments on my Instagram. So depending on where you're hearing or seeing this. And then they are also transformed to audio on my iTunes, which then via an automation tool gets reshared in the audio format on YouTube too. So this is the last video that I'm filming for today, 7 minutes to create it. And then coming up, I have a 4-hour, a workshop with BFF on NFTs. And then I have a BBA, a Buckhead Business Social. And so I still get to edit these videos and or outsource the editing and shares. And then I also have a finance review that I will be focusing on today. And then going through some steps and updating some things as well. So there you have it. Less than 7 minutes to create it. Comment, share, review, and I will definitely shout you out. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to. I am so excited and honored to partner with Spotify for podcasters. Ever since I connected with Spotify for podcasters, I feel like having options like video podcasts and Q&A and polls has helped me be creative on a whole new level. And if you didn't know, I want to thank all of you for listening, because last year we reached top 100 in marketing. And some of the ways this was able to happen is because of the ability to have distribution on platforms like iTunes, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Stitcher, and more. Basically everywhere and anywhere podcasts are in the world. I highly recommend you record your show on Spotify for podcasters. You can download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. If you want to make a podcast, Spotify's got this incredible platform to help you make one super easily and distribute it everywhere and anywhere, and even earn money all in one place for free. Yes, for free with Spotify for podcasters. And here is how it works at a glance. You can record and edit your podcast and your shows right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you get to start creating it today, or like I like to say, #create it. Then you get to distribute it to Spotify and everywhere and anywhere podcasts are heard in the world. Video podcasts are also available. Plus, make sure you check out the different features that I mentioned earlier to get your fans, your friends, and your besties engaging in your show, like the Q&A and the polls to get people talking. And one tip, I've extended several of my podcasts out to the end of the year because that way you get people a chance to connect and create it. So, share with me if you record your first and or your next show with Spotify for Podcasters. I would love to know. Tag me at Katrina Julia Fit at Fit Life Creation. And speaking of connecting and creating a conversation, also leave a review on my show with your new show, and I will make sure and shout out your show as well. And definitely check out all the ways that I spotlight and feature and connect with creators on my show and collaborations as well. So let's create it. All the chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel, so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.